Garling abandoned one of his twins and placed him in a box, and that twin was Shanks, while he kept the other twin. He didn't even try to reclaim Shanks because he already had another heir. It is likely that Oda might introduce the concept of the cursed twin to justify Garling's abandonment of Shanks. As in many myths and folklore, the birth of twins is considered an ominous sign. Often parents resort to a priest to determine the ill-fated child among the twins, and once identified, the child is disposed of, either by killing them or abandoning them. Garling chose to abandon Shanks rather than kill him. The abandoned infant, Shanks, was dressed in clothes that carried the following symbols: the sun, the moon, and the star. Looking at the sun, it represents Shanks, who played the primary role in bringing the sun, Nika, into the world, indicating his following of the will of D, as those with the D were linked to Joy Boy, who later merged with Nika. But who represents the moon and the star? We can notice that Garling, in his form, resembles a star from the front and a crescent from the side. However, it is impossible for Garling to represent both symbols together. Therefore, when we refer to Garling's appearance in his youth, we find that he represents the moon. So, who represents the star? The star refers to Shanks's twin, as the star is often metaphorically described in poetic literature as chasing the moon. This suggests that Shanks's twin looks up to his father as a role model and his primary source of inspiration. This makes Shanks and his twin two completely opposing figures in mentality, principles, and everything else, which may ultimately lead to an inevitable confrontation between the two brothers. We also know that Shanks is connected to Vikings and Norse mythology, and it seems that the same applies to the Vigorland family, as his twin appeared in Elbaf, which is derived from the same mythology. Recently, Garling was crowned as one of the Gorosei to replace Saturn, who represents the planet Saturn. But did you know that there is a moon in Saturn's orbit called Fenrir? This connects Garling to Fenrir, and according to Norse mythology, Fenrir has two sons, the wolves Sköll and Hati. Sköll, according to Norse mythology, chases the sun, which makes him represent Shanks, while Hati chases the moon, which makes him represent